Dykes. SMU is 0-2. The Mustangs played last Friday against TCU. TCU won the game 42-12. Mustangs will play their second road game in 3 weeks with Saturday's game at Michigan. Game will be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Central. Will be televised on the Big Ten Network. Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the game against TCU, please. And we expect to see you as you head on the road to face Michigan and Ann Arbor on Saturday.
I thought our team came out and we had a relatively lengthy rain delay to begin the game. Thought our players did a good job of staying focused. Thought we came out with a good mindset. Played pretty well early in the game. Took a 9-0 lead or 7-0 lead on the opening possession, and then TCU fumbled a punt and ball went out of bounds. Right around the 1 yard line, went to the end zone, and we had a little bit of bad luck there. Obviously, if we get the ball first and goal at the 1, that's better than if it goes through the end zone for us. And so we went up 9-0, and was playing pretty well early. Thought our defense really did a good job early in the game. We gave up a punt return for a touchdown, which hurt us. We were hoping to get the ball punted out of bounds. Their punt returner and kick returner is certainly one of the best in college football, and we knew that coming in. And we hoped to get the ball punted away from him. It didn't work out that way, and they ran it back and got a little bit of momentum at that point. And, our guys kept battling back, and we were down 14-12 at halftime against a really good football team. And, we just had some bad things happen to us in the second half. We fumbled an exchange between our quarterback and running back and had it returned for a touchdown. And, I thought we just didn't play as clean as we needed to have an opportunity to beat a good team like TCU. We ran a punt back probably 70 yards inside down to about the 5 yard line inside the 10 and got it called back on a block in the back that, certainly could have gone either way. So, just little things like that. We've just got to continue to get better and better, against a really good football team like the TCU team, who's probably a top 15 team in the country. You just can't make those kind of mistakes. And had a lot of, I think we had 3 or 4 holding penalties in a row on possessions in the second half that really hurt us. We converted 2 third downs that we got called back for holding. And so just was, one of those games where, just the penalties really hurt us. And again, against a good football team, you can't make those kind of mistakes.
We'll take questions for Coach Dykes, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
We'll take our first question from Billy Embody from 247 Sports.
Yeah, Coach, just after looking at the film offensively, is there anything that you guys can do right now to start getting Ben into a little bit of a rhythm? It just seems like the game is kind of coming a little bit too fast early on here.
Yeah, I think part of it, we had a couple of injuries at wide receiver that I think affected us a little bit Friday rather. I think the important thing is we've got to do is just get some first downs. I think that's kind of goes back to what I said earlier. We have a couple of third down conversions there in the third quarter, and which is getting us started in 2 different times. We get a holding call, and so. We're just not playing clean enough right now. Now TCU is a very good defensive football team. They put a lot of pressure on you, to execute well. They're not going to give you a lot of easy throws. They're gonna do a good job of trying to take the run away. I thought we ran the ball better this week, certainly than we did week 1. I just thought we were in a better mental state this week. Thought we played harder. Thought we played more physical. Still have a long way to go in that regard, but I thought we made pretty significant improvement that way. So was pleased with some of the things we did. We're just not getting the down in and down out execution that we need. And when we do, as I said, when we did, convert a couple of key third downs in the third quarter where we're going to keep the drive alive. We look up there and there's a flag, and so we just those kind of things really hurt us.
And as a follow-up to that, how do you guys balance knowing that you guys are playing good teams like North Texas, TCU, Michigan, and then a traditionally good team in Navy when looking at the film early on and just evaluating that offensive performance, I guess, relative to to how hard you guys are on Ben or the rest of the offense?
Well, I think our objective is, and we talked to our team about this, is to win. Nobody cares. Nobody cares who you play. Doesn't matter who you play. We've got a kind of an unusual schedule. We're going to play. We played North Texas, who played for a conference championship last year. We played TCU, that played for a conference championship last year. We're going to play Michigan, a team that's picked to be in the top 15. We're going to play Navy the following week, and then we're going to play, Central Florida a week after that, or 2 weeks after that. And so we're going to play, who was 13-0 last year. And so, you play who you play. You can't worry too much about that. What you have to worry about is how you play and how you prepare. And, and I think from a mentality standpoint, we have to keep improving. And that's I think that's what we're trying to learn as a program, is just, about how hard you have to play every Saturday to have a chance to win. It doesn't matter who your opponent is. It doesn't matter what conference they're in. You have to play really hard really tough football, really hard. You have to play good fundamental football. You have to play clean. You can't get a 70-yard punt return called back. You can't get 2 third-down conversions called back in the third quarter. You've just got to play cleaner football than that. And so, those kind of things will keep you from winning. And especially when there's not a lot of margin for error and your opponents are good. And so, the important thing for us is to focus on ourselves and worry about improving and getting better as a football team. I think we have enough pieces to be able to have a good football team. And I think if we can make the same kind of improvement that we made from, week 3, that we made from week 2, then I think, we'll be headed in the right direction.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Moving on, we'll take our next question from Mark Narducci from Philadelphia Inquirer Daily News.
Coach, just on the schedule as well, playing TCU and Michigan in back-to-back weeks, it's challenging and everything, but as a coach, when you saw that in the preseason, what were you thinking?
Well, I think, certainly it's not ideal for a first-year coach to have that kind of schedule. It's just not. But that's, it is what it is. I don't think that's going to be our long-term scheduling plan, moving forward. I think that this is kind of an unusual circumstance. I think like anything else, you play who you play, and we're not complaining about it. Our players aren't going, oh my goodness, we got to go play Michigan. Our guys are excited to go play Michigan, and we know as a football program, it's a big challenge, but at the same time, it's an opportunity to go out and to perform well on a big stage and in front of a big crowd against the winningest program in college football history. So it's like everything else in life. You can look at it and say, oh, for us, but we don't choose to look at it that way. We choose to see it as an opportunity, and our guys will play hard. And our guys think if they play hard, then we'll have a chance to win. And then that's all you can do. That's all you can do as a coach. That's all you can do as a player is go play your job and don't worry about who you play. And play hard and play tough and play the football the way it's supposed to be played, and then worry about the score, when the game's over.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Sorry we went over a little bit, so we have to try to get back on schedule. Appreciate your time today and look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.